They've had a good week of practice. We had our couple hours in the morning. Let's go. Let's get excited for the next game.
When you look at Wisconsin's defense, I was asking Coach Held this.
Yeah.
He said Ohio State's probably been the only team that's had a good QB run game that's gone at them. How big is the QB run game this week as far as creating another option for your offense and going at an elite defense like Wisconsin?
Oh, we'll see what Coach Frost wants to do as we move into the game. We'll go from there. We'll see how he wants to handle it.
As far as Adrian, though, as a runner, what do you want to see from him this week?
Just that he's decisive, and he gets after it and doesn't hesitate. And I suspect he won't. I thought he ran the ball down in the goal line area really well. Yeah.
When you talk about decisiveness, where are the areas sort of within his game or any quarterback's game where you see that pop up? I mean, because there's so many decisions that a quarterback's going to make over the course.
Yeah, and then when you make the decision, that's a great question. When you make a decision to do X, Y, Z, go do it. Don't second guess yourself and question yourself after you make the decision. And he was obviously, when you guys saw him play last year, he was like that, and he's had those moments where he kind of questioned himself. So don't do it. Let it rip.
When you have a guy who he obviously knows what he's doing and he's played decisive football in the past, is it hard to put a fingerprint on why maybe second guessing comes up after a while?
It might just be to the fact that it's second year and that sort of thing, and he has this idea in his head that he has to be perfect, and just play. We've done all the work we need to do from week to week and so on and so forth, and then when it's game day, just go play, man. Have some fun.
How have you kept Adrian up mentally, though, just because he put a lot on himself after that loss at Purdue? He said that after the game. He said it on Monday. How do you lift him up and say, you know what, forget about Purdue and show what you can do against Wisconsin?
Yeah, and he's like that every week, come hell or high water, but it's just a matter of understanding what we've always talked about. It's a collective when things are going good, and it's a collective when things are not going so good, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, he feels like he needs to take the brunt of that, which is part of our responsibility, But again, you get your X amount of hours in the morning, and let's get excited for the next challenge,
He hadn't played in 4 weeks until that game. When he kind of got going there at the end, have you seen him kind of ride that, I guess, momentum he had late through the last couple of weeks?
It was good to see. It was good to see after coming back from a bit of a hiatus, and he's had good practices since that game. So it's been gratifying. It's been good to see.
How has McCaffrey come back? Is he practicing and getting after it out there still? Or I know he didn't travel to Purdue. I don't know if that was just out of the redshirt rule or if that was for injury. But how's he come back?
It's been really good. Mark in the training room has done a tremendous job, as he did with Adrian last year. It's very similar. And no, he's bounced back. Typically, elite kind of athletes heal faster than most of us. So he's geared and ready to go. And then they've done a great job with Noah in terms of his ankle injury. So those cats are healthy right now as they can possibly be, and they've been practicing well.
When a team has a really good pass rush like Wisconsin, is there anything that you talk to quarterbacks about differently, or how do you help them? Like when there's so much chaos right in front of them, how do you help them focus on what they got to do and not be?
That's a hell of a question. Yeah, and you just can't. You just got to make certain they keep their eyeballs down the field because, as you know, Sam, as soon as they start thinking about the pass rush, they might as well be just another guy back there, And as difficult as that is, and as difficult as that seems, that's what's required. But, they got a good one, obviously, as did Ohio State.
Adrian made a play in that Purdue game, a really good play, on that fourth down where he dodged a guy coming right at him, and then he kind of rolled out and made that pass. On that particular play, obviously, his awareness helped him to get out of that. How much of that is just natural instinct on his part, and how much of that is recognition before the play and all that?
Well, I think a lot of it is just his God-given talent and why we recruit guys like him who have good vision and have those cat-like reflexes and can get out of problems when they need to. So he did a nice job, you know, and that's why we recruit cats like Adrian, you know, McCaffrey, and obviously Noah, and that sort of thing. So yeah, that was a heck of a play, yeah, on that fourth down.
When you've seen the way that Noah, and obviously Luke wasn't at Purdue, but
Yeah.
a guy like Noah has played, and when you, as Adrian, when he struggled or missed some things early in the game, did it cross your mind, or did you have any sort of conversation about making a change there? Or, I mean, does Noah's performance earlier in the season make that a different conversation?
No,
Going forward?
no, there was no hint of that at all. It's just obviously tremendous to know you got a guy like Noah who can come in and perform well, and then you got a guy like McCaffrey who can come in and perform well as well. You know, so it's good to have that group. It really is. Yeah.
Is there a different dynamic, different conversation about a game where you know you're going to get fewer snaps, especially from the quarterback position?
Yeah, there's emphasis every week on just making certain that every snap counts. But I think it's heightened when you play a team like this. You know, in the past when you play a team like Navy, let's say, you've got to, the guys have to understand they have to maximize every snap, every moment, because you're not going to get very many. You know, they're going to hold on to the ball, and you got to make certain that your ball security is impeccable. So yeah, there is a little heightened sense of that sort of thing going on with us. Yeah.
We've seen Adrian make the right decision on the post wheel or the switch concept combination a lot of times already in his career. On the interception he threw at Purdue, is it just eyes in the wrong place, or how did you categorize that one when you looked at it?
I would probably say eyeballs in the wrong place. Yeah.
Is that, I mean, do you attribute that at all to rust, or when a guy hasn't played in 4 weeks, is that the sort of situation? Does that read get more difficult, or is that
No. Aside from me wanting to wring his neck, I don't know what else I can tell you. You know, because he's always done a heck of a job with when you're running that style route. Is there an open hash? And you guys all saw where the open hash was. It was to his left, right? So, yeah. One of those things, man.